Hey guys, it's Shay from Skull Gaming Network. Welcome to another MLB Perfect Inning 2020 video. And today, normally I would upload Sunday Night Baseball, but frankly, I'm not enjoying Perfect Inning that much, so I thought this is a good time to make a State of Perfect Inning video talking about the game. I've certainly hinted at some of my problems with this game before, but I thought, why not fully hash it out? I know I've seen other people who have their complaints about the game. So, let's go through things. Start with your daily check-in. You can see I haven't logged into the game every day like I should, but we'll collect things. And with Perfect Inning, one of the big things is what have they added for new cards this year. Now, granted, with no live baseball, it's tough to add new cards, but you have these monster cards. To get a monster card, you need a bunch of crazy expensive cards. You need some of these projections players, and the only way to get projections players are through your daily missions. You can get these monster ball boxes. You get 3 a day, right? The problem is it takes 250 for a projections player. It takes 50 or 80 to get these monster crafting material packs. So it's very cost prohibitive and luck oriented to be able to get a monster player for free. That's what Gamevil wants. They want it to be a money grab. They want to make us wallet warriors. The other thing is they add under crafting prime legends. Well, to get a prime legend, you need a bunch of legends, and you also need a prime legend contract. Again, just building up the paywall. On top of that, if you go to the shop, and look, I don't mind this on its own, but I mind it because it's another money grab with nothing else being added. You can now watch ads to get a lucky box, to get complete tickets, and to get a free 80-plus player. But there's no free 70-plus draft anymore, so trade-offs. Going to events, recently they added this lucky capsule event. I actually like it. It's somewhat dynamic. It gives you these daily tasks. So 1, just for checking in, then you play Season Battle 10 times with tickets. That takes about a minute and a half. You boost a player once, you trade some cards 1 time. Honestly, you can do all of this in 5 minutes or less, so I don't mind this. And then you do have to redeem the capsule, but we'll see what I get in this capsule. We get training points. The rewards are okay, but 100 training points, no one needs 100 training points. The real grind is to get the cumulative rewards, so it's okay. It's not terrible, but it could be better. Talking about gameplay is the same as it was in 2017. The only thing they've tweaked are the velocity of pitches, which it's great to a point, but, fielding, it doesn't feel reactive or realistic. You have guys with 150 throwing arms that always have to hit cutoff men. Meanwhile, you have guys with 70 throwing arms who can skip the cutoff man and gun your guy out at second. It seems like defensive sets really don't correlate. Also, pitching, it's way too easy to throw a pitch exactly where you want it to. Get a more dynamic pitch meter. Make it a little bit more difficult to pinpoint it. That still would make it tougher batters to line up and hit pitches because it's still going to break. And if anything, not truly painting a corner, they might not be able to sit on a corner. I think it would balance the game really well. Besides that, again, it's the 4th year with the same teams, and I've seen people talk about how they've spent their time, their effort, their energy, even some of their money to build up a really nice team, and let's be honest, I am in that same boat. But here's the thing, when it comes to any ultimate team-based game, or, dream team-based game, which is what this game is, about once a year, there's a new version of the game or your team gets reset. That's just the standard. If you look at Madden, that's what they do. If you look at NBA, whether it's 2K or whether it's NBA Live, yes, you can play with your old teams, but there's a new version of the game with a new Ultimate Team. They give you some rewards, typically, for being loyal to their brand, but that's about it. I think NHL with EA's NHL 20 with their Hockey Ultimate Team, it's a similar deal. Yeah, you can keep your team after the 1 year, but you're going to be playing on the old, outdated game. With Perfect Inning, the second year, I didn't mind it. Why? Because their overalls had only reached like an 85 or 90. No, I think it was around 90. And they started to introduce legends, but there was still a lot of room to grow your teams. Year 3 last year, that room, it really ran out of space. I was calling it halfway through year 2, if not before that they should have reset teams. And then for the 4th year, they've kept teams the same, and now it's literally just the tryhards. And don't get me wrong, if you're a tryhard, I'm glad you've invested in the game. You're the people keeping the game free for the rest of us, and I appreciate you. Don't get me wrong. But when everyone's got like these legends and prime legend teams all at plus 10s, and they maybe get plus 10 monster cards, it makes the game not enjoyable for someone who just wants to have fun with a team deck. So I think Gamevil has gone a year too far, and maybe even 2 years too far, with keeping teams the same. I really hope this is the last year with our current teams, not because I don't love my plus 10 Twins team. I love this team. I had a ton of fun building them. When I do play games, I do have fun playing with this team as much as I can. But again, the gameplay, it kind of needs an overhaul. If you rework the rosters, reset us, reward people. Nothing wrong with rewarding people. Look, anyone who's got an all-legend, all-prime legend team, they deserve to get a huge head start. Someone like me probably deserves a moderate head start, and anyone who just plays the game deserves like a bare minimum basic head start. I'm fine with that. But, getting it so that there's something to build up to without feeling like you have to shell out money to build up to it would be really, really nice. So, that's a thought of mine too. In terms of what can I do with this team? Well, I'm going to be grinding every day to try to get this Projections Alex Avila. Once I get him, I'm going to have to boost him up. To boost him up, I'll have to earn cards. So, in a month, I might have one good player free to play. Different than before. And look, that's great. I can get a good player free to play. It doesn't feel like there's enough. And I'm just not a fan of it in the way that I maybe should be. But I look forward to you guys in the comments. Piggybacking off any points I've made, what do you think? Another thing, quick, capsules, they haven't been updated in like a year and a half. Okay, maybe they put in some franchise players, some newer cards at the top, but capsules are just so trash. And by capsules, I mean the regular capsules. This capsule event's at least okay, but get rid of capsules or completely revamp it and make them worthwhile. If you do, people will grind for those capsule coins and get them. The red AI, you guys already know my thoughts on the red AI. Honestly, I'm very close to quitting Perfect Inning besides doing like pack openings until they get rid of the red AI. Because I am that opposed and that against the concept of the red AI. Is that going too far? Is that not going far enough? I don't know. But that's honestly where my feelings with this game are. So hopefully that helps you guys understand why I didn't upload as much the past week and a half. If I don't upload as much going forward, that's why. Pack battles, for those wondering, We're bringing them back in July. We're doing them once every other week. By we, I mean myself. Elliott Productions, who you might know as Echo Phoenix, his channel name is now back to Elliott Productions and Shows to Game. We want to make them bigger and better when we do make them, but also only making them every other week allows us to enjoy other games and spend more time as the world opens back up and as we have the summer months here, to just enjoy life a little bit more. So that's where we're at with that too. And again, my problems with this game, it comes down to not enjoying it. But I hope you guys enjoyed hearing me talk about my perspective on things. If you agreed with any of my points and found this good at all, leave a like. You don't have to. If you leave a dislike, just explain why you're leaving a dislike. I know it's not always what you want to hear, that a content creator for a game doesn't enjoy the game. I want to have that honest discussion with you guys. So let's open it up. If you're new around here, I will still make at least a little bit of Perfect Inning 2020 content, so be sure to subscribe for that. I've been enjoying Retro Bowl a lot, so I've been uploading a lot of that. I've been playing some PlayStation 4 games. I might bring them to the channel at some point. We'll just have to see. I am really looking forward to a new baseball game called New Star Baseball 2020. It's not out yet, but it will be out later this year. Once that game's out, that's from the same developers as Retro Bowl. You can expect to see that on the channel. I have high hopes for it. They're great developers, very responsive to their community. Things Gamevil sometimes is okay at, sometimes is really bad at. But enough of me talking. Thanks everyone for tuning in. And until next time, and as always, peace out.